Thank you guys for coming. I know a lot of you guys are like, what's this Gymnaestrada thing? We like to do a big meeting because there's a lot of questions and we have a lot of the answers, and rather than repeating it over and over again, it's easier to do a meeting, get it all out there, and then more questions can come later and then we can fill in those dots. First off, Gymnaestrada, what is it? Gymnaestrada is the performer's version of the Olympics. It is truly treated like the Olympics. It's done every 4 years. It's always in Europe, somewhere in Europe. It moves around. They've had a total, I think this is the 18th one coming up. So they've been doing it for a really long time. They've really honed in on how to throw an amazing event. People from all over the world come and they participate in this event. It is a non-judged event. It is only for performances. There's no winners, there's no losers, there's no you're not good enough to perform. There are performances all the way from little kids to little old ladies swinging scarves around to people who make Cirque du Soleil look like amateurs. So it is an amazing opportunity to go and perform and have a great time, and go and watch and have a great time. We started our very first Gymnaestrada was in 2019. We did our first parent meeting at the end of the week when we said, okay, let us know if you're interested. We had a goal. We wanted to take 8 kids. We want 8 athletes. We can make a routine out of 8 athletes. So Virginia and I sat down. We had our meeting. At the end of the week, we had 6 kids. And so we said, I guess we're putting a leotard on. We were prepared to do so. Thank God we did not need to. We went to Austria with 24 athletes. And we also took a total of 50 people with our group. It was a great time. It was beautiful, wonderful. The camaraderie to be there and be submersed around people who love doing what our kids love to do. It's heartwarming. I'll talk about their uniform trading, taking pictures, making friendships. It is all huge. My daughter still has a pen pal that she met from Finland, and we saw her at the last one too, and they made sure I'm in this hall, and they met up and they got to give each other hugs. It's a great experience for the kids to meet people from all over the world that have the same passion as us. So that was our first Gymnaestrada. We took 24 athletes and 50 total travelers with us, and then 2023 came along, and we're like, all right, let's do it again. We had our meeting. I think we had about 20 people committed when it came to our deadline. We always start 2 years in advance so we can build the acro, and then we start the routines later. We went to Gymnaestrada with 32 participants, our athletes, 32 athletes on the floor, and we took 74 total travelers with us. We were the largest United States team. Woo! Go Encore. It felt really good. That one was in the Netherlands. So we got to do a whole bunch of performances all over the Netherlands. The kids, we have quite a few kids who have been to both of them, who are still here. If you guys went to the Netherlands, raise your hand. Woo! So if you have any questions afterwards, you can always hunt them down and be like, all right, I got to pick your brain as an add-on. So I know there's a bunch of stuff on here. We're going to get into that, but I wanted to let you know what it was ahead of time. So I'm going to get to the point, let you guys know what the package is, what it includes. I'm going to go through all of this and explain it all in very good detail. And then if we have any questions, and then I'm going to show you some slides and some pictures from the past. And then if there's any questions, we'll open it up to questions at the end. All right. So our participate and spectator package. Everybody has to purchase one of these. It comes with everything listed below. It comes with your participation card, which allows you access to any of the venues that are at the rec program center where they're performing it, which is usually a huge convention center. We always do them usually where an Olympics has been held. So they're huge warehouse halls. They're not these little tiny areas. Their floor is about that floor plus about this much as a square. They're bigger than our standard floors, and they're huge areas to watch. It also gives you transportation, local transportation. It is your bus pass. It is your train pass. You just wear that card. You get on any bus. You don't have to pay for buses or trains when you're in the area so that you can get to and from your hotel, to and from the events, dinner. It doesn't, oh, you can only use it for this and this. No, you can get on any train and go anywhere that's in that area. It also includes insurance for all of your travelers. If there's an injury, if there's an illness, if you stubbed your toe, everybody's insured. So it's prepaying for your insurance to be there. It comes with an official USA uniform. What that counts of, you get 2 t-shirts, a hoodie sweatshirt. We have one displayed from last season right here, the red hoodie, and it's got the emblem on the back. It comes with a jumpsuit, so you'll have your not windbreaker pants, but your pants and a zip-up jacket. Last year we got a bucket hat. You get a backpack. You also get trading pins, and I will really go into the trading pins because that is so fun for the kids. Trading pins, and we also got a raincoat one year. So you get a lot of things that come with this package. It also accommodates for 7 lunches at the venue where all the performances are. And you also get your breakfast in the hotel every morning. And it's your hotel accommodations for the 9 nights that you're there. It also provides the airport transportation from and back to the airport if you travel on these dates. So they have a big shuttle going back and forth. I get all of your guys' flight information. I give it to them, and they will set up your shuttle for you to get picked up and dropped back off. So the prices for those, and I'll explain all of this. The accommodations for a hotel double, you have to purchase one of these for each traveler. So I would be in a double with my daughter. We would each get one of those, and that covers 2 people in that room, for you in your room, and then your person. It is $355 per person. That's for $3,055 per person in that room. If you want to go by yourself and you want your own room, it's $4,350. If you want a triple, which has 3 beds in the room, it's $2,745 per person. And that covers everything that I listed with your lunch and your breakfast and all of that stuff. Everybody who is going...
For 3 people?
Yes.
They have 4 people in that room?
You cannot do 4 people in that room. It has to be per person because they won't get the credentials to get on the bus. You don't have your breakfast. You don't have your insurance. So every person has to purchase a package. And then with the hotel triple, they are very limited. So if you want in, you need to get in fast and let me know your request. Especially if you're like a single parent traveling with 2 kids. That's what we really look at, especially those, because we don't want you split up from your children. So airfare, air transportation. Airfare is not included in this. I did do a little bit of research and I looked at these dates this year, and they're looking at about $1,000 right now. But of course that's going to change. It's going to go up or down. I think when we went to Amsterdam last time, I got tickets down to like $780 per person. What I do with the air transport, I keep an eye on things. I watch and I get alerts, and I have all you guys in a group chat. Whoever's deciding to go, it goes, and I send out a blast like, hey, rates are down. If you want these flights, book them now. You guys are responsible for booking your own flights, but I do help facilitate watching for those price drops, and I get the notifications to try to help you guys out as well. Plus the kids love being on the same airplanes together. Any additional, airfare is not included. Each individual is responsible for their own airline flights. If you will not be using miles or booking your own tickets, you can also contact J-Team for assistance. They can be booked 11 months prior to travel, and then mark your calendars for the mid-August of 2016 or 26 so that we can, I'm sorry, I am number dyslexic if you didn't know. No. 2026, that's when the flights will start opening up for Europe. There's additional tour packaging you can do if you ever want to reach out to them. And then there's also a committee in Lisbon that they can help assist any of that stuff. Travel insurance. I recommend this. I know when we traveled in 2023, we were all hot on the heels of COVID. And so I insisted that all of my travelers got it. And if they didn't, that was up to them, because we never knew if we were going to get shut back down again, especially when we were booking this. It was still 2021. So I encouraged everybody to get insurance. It's super cheap through this company. I think I paid $170 per traveler to cover that money, and they cover your whole package plus your flight. So it really was worth it. And if you do decide to commit to this, really consider getting that insurance. The first time I went, I don't need insurance, I'm going. And then we got back from there, and then they shut down the countries or the world. So I was like, oh, God, that didn't happen a month before. So yeah, really consider that insurance. The great thing about it is they do arrange a payment plan. So this is not like, hey, you got to drop all this money to go right now. This is another reason why we start so early in advance. These are when payments are due to me so that I can get them bundled up and sent off together. There's a breakdown. The first one is a deposit, $300 per traveler. The second one is 25% of the package cost, less the deposit. And I keep all this on the spreadsheet, so if you forget what your numbers are, I can always, here, this is what you paid, this is what you owe, this is your percentage. Then May 1st, so you can see, you can read all that, but you see May, November, and then April. So they try to spread it out so it's not back to back. All payments are refundable up until November 15th of 2026. So if you jump in here, you're like, you know what, let's just commit right now, and something changes between now and then, us as a gym, we are absolutely going to let you off the hook. We're not going to be like, well, no, you already committed to be on our team. We completely understand. Life situations change. We're not going to be upset. We're all going to be fine. And then they have a full refund. Now, if you've gotten that insurance, then you're refundable up until the day the trip happens. So that's one thing that's been really nice is they do offer that. And it's really no questions asked. We had somebody who had to pull out last time, and it was literally, they had a check in the mail to me the next day, and I got it back to the family very quickly. So it's not like you're worried about like, oh, it's going to take forever to get the money back. It's totally fine. If you want to do, travel payments are made to this team, JT Management. Be sure to note your last name in the memo, on the line of the memo. Check payments must be delivered to Encore no later than these dates. And the reason why is because I manage a lot of people, and if I have to keep calling to get, hey, I need your check so I can get them in the mail, I'm not going to hold up the entire team's payments, because if we get too late, we can lose our spots. Any late payments will incur a late fee, and then also payments more than 15 days late could result in your athlete losing their spot in the event, just because it's commitment. If you need to pay by credit card, you can contact them directly and pay by credit card, and then all you have to do is you need to let me know that you're paying them by credit card, so I'm not hunting you down in my spreadsheet. Do we have any questions so far? Yes?
So if we wanted to take a fourth person, how would that work?
You do 2 doubles. Yeah, so you do 2 doubles, and usually when we get to the hotel, they give me all the rooms, and I make sure your family's close to each other. And then, because I get there early and then sort everybody out. Yes?
There's no like discount for kids under 5 or anything like that?
No, I don't think so, but I'm not sure. I could reach out. I've never actually had that question. I'll definitely reach out to my, oh, he said, is there a discount for kids under 5? So, could you write that question down, Caroline, that I can reach out? Thanks. All right, I'm gonna keep on moving, and then, oh, yes.
So what if, thinking that maybe like turn it into a family vacation or something like that at the end, like can spectators come and stay at a hotel nearby and then come to the event, or do they have to have this package to like see the?
So that is a little different if they're not gonna stay the whole time and with the team and do all the team events, and I can definitely touch base on that. In order to be part of the event, if you're doing like a family trip afterwards, so like I am gonna go, I'm going to work, and then my husband's gonna fly in the last day, and then him and I are gonna go on vacation from there. So you can do that, of course. Getting into the venues, if they're not part of the package, that would be another question I'd ask. Okay, I'll definitely get on that one too. All right. Yes.
I'm a little confused about
So single means you're going to be one person in that room, so you're not sharing the cost with anybody.
What if you're like, if you only need 2 beds, but you're 4 people?
Then you still do a double-double.
Okay.
Yeah, you do 2 doubles.
Okay.
The participation payment schedule, is this still part of it? There is a participation fee of $300 per traveler. It will be split into 2 payments. These ones do go to Encore. The first $150 per traveler will be charged February of 2026. And then the second one will be charged January 20th of 2027. Costume fees, and then I'll get really into detail with this because the way we wrote this, I'm going to kind of jump down and then I'm going to come back to costume fees. When do practices begin? So practices for the WG 27 team, it actually begins September of this year. It'll be started as an acro class. And what we do is they add it as their second class. It can be their second class since they're already in team. You can use this as their second class. And it is nothing but acro and tumbling. And what we're doing during that 8-month time, we go from the September until the June when the teams take a break also. We're building their acro skills, their tumbling skills, their bonding, finding out who works well with who, seeing what tricks we can. Since this is a trip that we're taking overseas, we really want to bring our best skills. We don't want to just be like, okay, we got to practice for 2 months and then we're going to throw it into a routine. We want to really make those tricks feel solid. We want to make them look good. We want to make sure we have good pairs sizing and make sure, okay, this isn't working with this person. We have plenty of time to move this trick over here or this person over here. So it gives the kids, for one, they get super strong because they're working those acro skills and they're getting so used to each other. They're learning each other's timings, learning how to work well with each other. And then what happens is during that July break that we take off, the coaches will sit down, they start developing a routine. And when we come back August of 2026, then we come back as a team and we perform everywhere that the other teams do for that season. It gives our athletes a chance to develop their routines, get used to performing together. So if they are doing that, where they're going to do the acro class as their secondary, when we move into that full team position, they can be offered that they can either A, only do the Gymnaestrada team and then keep their secondary class somewhere else, or if they're on a team and they want to stay on that team, they can do 2 teams that season and that'll count as their secondary class, which you don't have to stay in another regular class because we understand, we don't want to make it to where people are like, I can't take 3 classes a week. We totally understand that. So we do offer them the option of using 2 teams for that season. And the reason why I mention that is it goes back to the costume fee. So if they're staying in their traditional team, there will be a costume fee for the Gymnaestrada team, but their other costume is still covered by their yearly fee. If they are only going to use the Gymnaestrada team for that year, they'll pay their yearly fee and their costume will be covered under that fee. So you're not going to pay the yearly fee twice. It's only for one, but you just pay the difference for that one costume. But if it's going to be your team for the year, then you pay that yearly fee and then that covers your costume. All right. Then the adult team. You guys see that? Woo! Woo! Yeah. We are bringing on an adult team because the last 2 times we went, the parents are like, we want to do something too. So we are going to bring on an adult team. That adult team will be started as a class. It'll be started as a fitness class, getting some strength and some flexibility and getting strong. We're not going to have you guys doing 3 highs. Sorry. But, we want you guys to be out there, have a blast with your kids. If you watch some of the videos from Gymnaestrada, like I said, they have it from little babies all the way to like little old ladies, and it's really cute. So we're going to slide right in there in the middle, make our little adult team, bring it, we got it. So it'll be a blast. There'll be more information about the adult team coming out, but if you're interested in it, definitely plug me in and just let me know. Be like, hey, that kind of sounds interesting. I think I want to get out there, Yeah.
They're gonna want to after the fan dance.
S-
That's really gonna
oh,
sell it.
See, I'm getting there right now, So the world team is a fun, small, little performance that we learn, and everybody learns it. Whoever's participating in this event, all over the world, we all learn it on a video, and then we get there and we perform it for the country as a thank you. And it's usually a cute, fun little dance. We did the fans last year. It was really, I still have it ingrained in my brain. And then we did the banana dance the time before. It's a super silly little dance. We send you the video, you learn about it at home, and then you come in at the last 15, 20 minutes of practice, and you get to do it with all of us. And we get out here and we giggle and we laugh and we have a blast. It is seriously so fun. It's fun to be goofy, and it's never anything hard. It's silly. But then when you get it into this huge stadium filled with 20,000 people, it's really cool to watch everybody from all over the world doing the same thing. So that world team, it's super fun. We let you know when that's going to start practice, and where you just come a little bit early to pick up your kids. You do it with us, and then take the kids home. There is a small fee that goes with that, and it's only because the organizers provide a t-shirt, so everybody on the floor is matching. We don't mark it up. We literally, whatever they charge us, we just send that to you. I always let you know what it is, and we kind of pay it up front, and then we just put it on your account. It's usually $15 to $20. And last year, the shirts were so comfortable. They were so soft. All right, FIG Gala. I'm going fast. I'm going to get all the questions in a minute. The FIG Gala, the Federation of International Gymnastics, they put on a show for us at the end. And they really, they get the best of the best. And you buy these tickets, you get all dressed up. It's usually the last 2 days of the week. I try to get all of our team, we get all of our team together, whoever wants to go, we all go and we have a great time. It really is phenomenal to see what people from other countries are bringing. It's amazing, and I go and I'm like, oh, I want to try that, I want to try that, so when you see me trying crazy stuff, I get ideas of there. But it's an opportunity. It's an optional. You don't have to do it. A lot of times, most people do it just because it is amazing to watch. Last time the show was almost 3 hours. So 3 hours of just phenomenal gymnasts. It's crazy. And they do all kinds of stuff from swinging rings to trampolines, and they bring all this equipment in and take it back off. They do the bouncy balls. It's just all kinds of stuff. So those go fast. So when I send that order form out, do not be late, because I don't hunt you down for those. I just send in my order because they sell out so fast. She sends it to me and I send it out that day, and we usually have about 3-day turnaround for you to look at what the lists are, because they sell out really, really fast. So don't sit on that one. Don't think, oh, I'm going to go and talk about it. Think about it now. Be ready with your answer when it's time to know. There's also chances to see country representative shows where it's through the week, usually in the evening, where some of those really awesome big countries put on different shows. Japan, Germany, Swiss, those are all ones that are super, super famous and super popular to go to and purchase tickets to. All right, due to the size and scope of this event, all deadlines must be met without exception. We will be sure to keep you up to date and will provide ample reminders of any upcoming deadlines. It is the responsibility of all participating athletes and families to download the Encore app. We have an app, and maintain the appropriate notifications. Make sure you turn your notifications on. We have a Gymnaestrada tab open on it, and that's how we're going to start sending out alerts. And turn your notifications on, because it'll give you all the pertinent information, up to dates, and any reminders that are upcoming. So, let me get a sip of water really quick. You can turn the page. This is what our calendar looks like for when we went in 2023. I wanted to kind of give you guys a visual of what our activity schedule looks like. So we all fly, we leave Thursday, usually. We do ask, especially because they're going to be mid-July, please don't travel before we go. If you travel before we go, it really does take away from that last practice because we all have to travel on that Thursday and that's when our practice is going to be. So that week prior, if you're missing, we go almost 2 weeks without having a practice because we won't perform until Monday. So we are really adamant that we need people here for that last practice. If you're going to add on a vacation to the end, we will have plenty of time. As you see on this one, we didn't get to do that. We had to come back right before school started, and it made it really hard. So we have a lot of families who traveled the week prior, and it really did show in the anxiety of the kids. The kids kept it together, but they were like, we haven't done this trick in 2 weeks. We haven't done that. Like, I know. So because we are mid-July, we are asking that if anybody's going to extend their vacation, to please add it on to the end. It's great to celebrate afterwards. And then that way it gives us our last practice together. We fly on Thursday. We arrive there on Friday. And we get over our jet lag. Usually on Saturday morning, there's a group photo where we all wear our little USA and we smile. We take a cute, big old group photo with everybody from the USA. And then they have a meeting of expectations and ideas and stuff like that they have with all of us. This one here, we did the opening ceremonies on Sunday. The opening ceremonies is massive. It is amazing. We do a huge parade through the city, and then we get to the stadium. We got to do the last one in Amsterdam, was at the very first place that they lit the Olympic torch. So it was a huge stadium, and it was full of gymnasts everywhere. And so we all wear our USA, we all do the march, and we fill their stadium, and it's just an intense feeling to be surrounded by so many people. And then they put on a show after they do all the flag walkouts. They do some gymnastic stuff. We get to watch all that. And then we're done for the day. Monday, we did a performance. Tuesday, we did another performance. Wednesday morning, we did a rehearsal for the fan dance for that world team. And then we had lunch, and we went back, and we did the actual performance. And then that night, we actually had our performance. So it was a busy day on Wednesday. We had Thursday off. And then Friday, we had a performance. We did a FIG gala on Friday night. And then Saturday is the closing ceremonies, which is optional. That one is one that you can pick and choose which side, what you want to do if you want to on that one. And then most of us travel out on Sunday. So I print out one of these, and I try to leave it with enough space so you can fill in your information also, like travel days, stuff like that. I just wanted to give you guys the blunt idea of what it looks like. When we are traveling, I will make these little handouts. It's easy to go. It tells you what to do every day, and it just pieces it down, tells them what to wear, especially if we're in multiple routines. We took 2 routines in 2019, so they had 2 costumes, 2 different, the whole thing. So it said, oh, this one's the red costume, this one's the wave costume, so they knew exactly what to be in. There was no questions asked. This one will probably only have 1 costume, but then also you'll notice on certain ones, I'm like, okay, you'll wear your USAG or your USA attire, and it changes that. So I do pass that out so you guys know where to go. And I bring extras, so if you lose yours, and we also send out a digital version. And I also do a packing list. So if I hand you your packet, don't wait until the day we leave to open it. Open it as soon as I give it to you. Look at that packing list. Because a lot of times they're like, oh, what did I need to bring my workout leotard for? Well, if we're going to go work out, I want us all still to match. So make sure we open our packets in time. Do head count on everything. And do you guys have anything you want to put in? Yes?
Just real quick about the adult group. I just want you guys to know it's not even going to necessarily be gymnastics. It's more of a movement. It's going to be cool choreography with some dance. I don't want you to feel like you have to have any skill to participate. Or any fitness level or anything. It's just something that, the performances are so broad, and it's a pretty cool opportunity to get out there and kind of play. So once we get to know you and see who's on the team, then we choreograph depending on who's participating and what you're all comfortable with. So it's not like acro or gymnastics or, we'll see what it is.
No high expectations. It's not like, oh, you got to be able to do a round off back handspring. No. We want everybody who wants to participate to have the option to participate. That's Encore's true style.
The kids like it when you do it.
Oh, the kid. If
Kids want you to do it.
the kids who have already been to Gymnaestrada are already begging their parents to do the adult team. Yes.
Will we do costumes for the adults?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we will.
I mean, theoretically, we might do it.
Is it a leotard?
No, we will make sure it's not a leotard.
It depends on the costume.
We'll figure out costumes. If it has feathers, you're on.
Yeah.
Now we are.
Okay, I accessorize so
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to show you guys a few. Yes.
I like the adults to be off somewhere else. We would be the opening like 2 minutes of the encore like 15-minute routine or however long it's going to be. So it'd be like the adults 2 minutes, welcome to us, and then like the next group is 4 minutes, and then the next group is 5 minutes. So it's all still together.
And you'll be backstage.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I'm going to show a few pictures really quick. Yes.
So what are the days like during performance? Is it like open at 9 and it goes till 5 and people watch in between?
Yeah, so the venue opens. You are welcome to make your day whatever you want to make it. We have some people who go, they perform, and then they go see the country. We have some people who go to the venue early and go watch other countries perform, come and perform, and then do whatever. You can pick your day. You just have your child to us at the appropriate time, and then the rest of the day is totally yours.
Gymnastics to watch from like 9 to 5.
Yeah, gymnastics is going on. And then the kids bonding, you'll see in some of the pictures, the bonding experience that these kids get to have is unlike no other. We all stay in the same hotel, and so they're running up and down from room to room. The last country we were in, they actually were so sweet. They gave us what the kids named, they dubbed it the tea room, because there were like tea things everywhere. And they were in there, the big kids are watching the little kids, and they're doing each other's hair, and they're making TikTok videos, and they're playing Rochambeau, and it's truly a bonding experience. I know there was quite a few outings. Sometimes people just, hey, we're gonna go do this. Anybody wanna go? And they would all just shuffle off. The adults did a lot of bonding down in the lobby in the evening. The kids go to bed. We are here to have fun too. So it was really awesome that it was just a bonding experience. And I've done it for 2 years, and my daughter was able to be on the first 2 years. And it was an unreplaceable event in her life that I would completely do over and over again. So I'm going to show some pictures and then answer questions. Yeah?
If I can add to that, I've gone twice now, especially for your kids that are a little bit older. One of the coolest things I found about it is that it's a cultural experience in the sense that you're traveling to a foreign country, but it's so much more than that because you have people coming from all over the world that you get to meet and interact with folks from really everywhere, from all around, which is kind of a neat experience, and you get to see what they're doing and how are other gyms doing similar things. What we do here on performance teams is kind of a little bit more unique and not something we run into every day. And when you go to these events, it is full of teams and gyms like us that do similar things, a little bit different twists, but it's a great place for, as a coach, to get inspiration, kids to kind of see what others are doing out there. They come back, hey, we want to try this, we saw this, did you go see this performance? It's a lot of fun. So, anyways.
There's so many. How many countries participate? Like,
I wrote that down. Hold on, I had that answer.
and the people that come, they all speak English.
So the last one, there was,
But they're there, and you can talk to all of them because they all speak English.
yeah. So the last one, there was 56 countries, over 20,000 gymnasts. That's not counting the people that they brought with them. So 20,000 gymnasts were there, and then everybody who they brought. One of the fun things I want to talk about, the uniform, before I get into pictures, because it'll be in there. The USA uniform, you keep it until after opening ceremonies, and then you get to trade it, just like the Olympics.
Like parents.
Yeah, parents get one. Everybody who gets this package gets the whole garb. And you see, ooh, Swiss has cool jacket. Hey, you want to trade? Yes, I want to trade. No, I don't want to trade. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So you trade jackets. So you have a Swiss jacket. Then you see Japan's pants, and they've got this cool dragging up the leg, and you're like, hey, I got some cool pants. So, maybe. And then you swap, yeah, if you've been, you know. Yeah, so the red sweatshirt was the gold last time. If you had that, that was a highly sought after, and you held on to it until you got what you wanted. So yeah, it's really fun that way. You trade backpacks, and then you get trading pins. They give you some United States or the flag trading pins and some USAG trading pins, and you trade those. We also last time passed out little gift packs that had like little flags and little stickers. Stickers are a hot commodity because when you're doing the parade, you pass them out to the people on the roads, and the little kids love it. So you'll be putting your stuff in your Amazon cart because it's so fun for the kids to just trade stuff. My husband was like, "Oh, you want to go trade?" And he's like 6'3", so it's fun for everybody. And if you don't want to trade, you pass it off to your kids and they trade. Also, just getting pictures with your kids from out of the country. You know, they'll be like, "Can we take a picture with you?" And you're like, "Yeah." And then it's just super cool that they just get to take pictures from all over the world. So I'm gonna hit some pictures real quick and then I answer any questions. So this is our Austria team. We got to perform on that far over on the side. And then this was the beautiful backdrop for that. That's not what I wanted. Stop it. Go in. This is the parents hanging out. This is some of the parents
In the lobby.
Yeah, this is part of the USA. So this was after opening ceremonies, and that was one of the parts of the uniform. This is part of our routine. So this was our Pirates routine.
That's not the adult team.
No, that's not the adult team. Just another outing. Like I said, we would meet in the lobby and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna jump on a train to Germany. Anybody want to go?" And we would just go. This is where Canada asked our team, like, "Hey, can we take some pictures with you guys?" And we're like, "Yeah, of course." So the red is Canada, the teal is us. And this is the kids having a handstand contest with their coach.
Always.
This was the marching parade to go for opening ceremonies for, that is
It's Austria.
Austria. Thank you. This is part of their opening ceremonies performance. Look at the back. That's a country, right? The white is just one country, and then the red is another country, and we had a whole stadium filled with just people. This is part of the gala, one of the shows that was put on. This is called The Freaks. They're from Austria. Phenomenal if you ever want to check them out on YouTube. More pictures of the opening ceremonies. That was Austria, yeah, because Aaron was in it. And then here is some of our fun times from Amsterdam. That's the lobby crew.
There's the lobby. It's you. Yeah. Lobby party.
Another handstand contest. They always break out when you travel with gymnasts, so just expect to see people upside down. This is the Amsterdam Gala, just to show you how many people they have perform at it and why it took almost 3 hours. Kids just gathering and then getting ready to go out. This is part of Amsterdam's opening ceremonies. That's Amsterdam. Like, this is just a chunk of it, and it was massive. There's more countries asking our kids, can we take pictures together? This is our crew for our Amsterdam. And this was the performing team. Awesome. I have way more pictures, so if you want to ever look at them, they're all on our Facebook page. I wanted to kind of show you guys kind of like what some of it looked like and how fun it was. So, I threw a whole bunch of information out there. If you have questions, I'm going to answer them, or if you have questions you want to ask later, I'm totally open to that too.
Yeah, this may be part of what somebody had asked earlier, but can other people buy tickets to watch the shows separately and not travel with us?
So I believe that you can get a ticket. I'm going to double check with Gretchen. Her name's Gretchen Spot.
Sorry, there are very few of us.
Yes.
So.
I believe you can purchase tickets for people to just go in to see 1 or 2 shows,
Okay.
but they won't be able to be at all the events. Like, you can't just go into the opening ceremonies.
Sure.
And I do know we had a parent who flew in, was able to watch a show, and that's all they came for. But they didn't stay with the team. They didn't. They had their own hotel separate.
It is hard to get a hotel room because the city is
Purchased out.
Yeah.
so big becomes that really it is challenging to find.
Yeah, the other parent that came had like a house share thing, so that they were able to do it because the hotels were all booked.
Yeah.
And I believe
So-
spectator tickets, if I remember correctly, were sold pretty far in advance as well.
Yeah.
And day of, it was really a luck of a draw if you were going to be able to get it. So
Yeah.
if you are looking at extra spectators, they would need to look in that pretty far in advance.
Got it.
Yeah, and you cannot purchase those through me. I can't get those. Yeah. Yes.
So there are several performances during the week. Like, are they all different? Or
No, we do the same performance, and here's one of the fun things. We print out little business cards for the athletes to pass out. And then if they meet a friend, they're like, hey, I'm performing in Hall 7 at 6 o'clock. And this year we'll do a QR code with our time. We perform the same one multiple times. It's great for the kids because they don't always perform perfect to their opinion. I might think they look great, but if their first performance wasn't what they wanted to do, they have 2 or 3 opportunities.
Also, there's like 12 to 18 performance halls all happening at the same time. So you do the routine more times than once because you want to be able to see a lot of the routines, and so then as as word gets out that we're so awesome, people start like, oh, we should go see Encore, they're from USA, things like that. But there's multiple stages all happening at once, and so that's part of why you do it more than just one time.
Sorry, it's also a much longer routine, like from
Yeah,
a parent's
15
perspective,
minutes.
like it's usually like, what, 10 or 15 minutes?
Our last routine was 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and
So if
our
you're, like,
first routine was 2 routines back to back.
If you're used to like the shorter routines, like when we go, like your athlete's on the floor for a long time, so like they're really out there learning a long routine.
Yeah, we have 15 total minutes on the floor, so if we don't really bring equipment because it's so expensive to get it over there, but we are going to utilize every minute of that 15 minutes this time. Yes.
do you know where we're staying?
Yeah, so they get a hotel, and then once they've booked it, then they let us know what it is. So I don't know yet. The 2 facilitators that represent the United States, they usually go, they hunt, which I believe they've already done. That's why we have prices. They go, they hunt, and then they pick one of the ones that can house as many people as we're bringing. Usually because hotels can't fit everybody, they will split up the USA team into different facilities because they'll get like 4 or 5 hotels, but they're really good about keeping us together as a group. Yes.
So in the 2023 example, of the 9 days you were there, 1 day was off. Was it just shook out that way, or? was it
So
1 day
actually,
off?
we had, because the meeting on Saturday morning was 20, 30 minutes, we had that whole day as a day off, and then the Thursday off, yeah. So yeah, it's just 2 days off
Okay,
for that one,
for that.
yeah. And I don't remember the calendar for the 2019 one. But the 2019 one, we also did more performances. We did 3 in-house at the convention hall, and we did 2 city ones. So, and one of the days we did like in-house at the hall, and then went to the city and just changed costumes. So yeah, we do like to go there to perform as many times as as we're allowed to, because that's what we're there for, and our kids love it.
Yeah.
It frustrates them when we go somewhere and we can only do a routine one time. They're like, oh, we want to do that more. So yeah. Any other questions? Yes.
Do you remember in 2020 2023 if you performed the European one here during the showcase?
I did. We did. Yes. So they will be a team, performing team for that whole season before we go, because it gets them used to performing. And then when we do our showcase, we perform it. So.
So if someone can't go to Europe, they can at least come.
Yes, and that's another reason why we do it, is so the families who aren't traveling with the kids get to see the routines as well. Yes.
Is there any opportunity for kids, like obviously it's a very expensive trip,
Yes.
is there any, for kids who are like motivated, whose parents need help? Like,
So I did try to set up a fundraiser one year. I didn't have any takers. So I needed help with my daughter. So what I did with her is I bought her candy bars and I had her sell candy bars. And she actually was very frugal at doing that. And so I bought her first set. And then she would have to replenish her supply. And she sold it that way. If there is interest, you can reach out to me privately. And if I have enough interest, I can set up a fundraiser. Because I have plenty of companies that are interested in doing fundraising with us, but we just didn't have the interest in it. So yeah, if there is a need or want for fundraising, I have I'm not against helping set that up. That's a great question. Any other questions? Awesome. So if you have any questions that you think of, feel free to shoot me an email, a text. We will be reaching out pretty soon. Yes.
And I have to give another meeting because I know some of the parents cannot make it tonight. Are you going to have another one?
Yes. So we are going to have a second meeting in August to kind of hit those new kids that are going to be joining team and people who couldn't make it. I do have a list of people who have reached out to me privately. It's like, I just can't make that time. So I'll work with them that way. But if they can make the August meeting, that'd be awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. Yes.
Yeah, just to clarify, so the next step is that May 15, the first deposit, is that the next step?
Yes. So that was when the deposits due. The next step is to let me know you want to join. I would make an event in our system and start compiling what our team would look like. I'm super excited because the amount of interest I have right now, we already have 52 kids who are interested.
So the next thing, we'll send you a link if you want to commit.
Yeah.
To sign up to get into it.
Yeah. So everybody who's here tonight is part of that event, and I'm going to send out a link to that email, and then you'll either say yes or no, or I need more time to think about it. It'll have all the options. So thank you guys for all coming. Oh yeah.
Is there like a limit for kids who can go, like say if you go like 100 applicants and you're like, oh, we're going to take like 85, like
I'm hoping for 60 kids this time. We did 32 last time, and 24 the time before that. I'm hoping for 60. I'll take more. We'll figure it out. Make 5 routines. We'll figure it out. I don't want to say no to anybody. So it's such an amazing experience. Like from a parent's perspective, I honestly would have done anything I needed to do to make sure my child got to do this because it was such a huge part of her life. And then afterwards we got to go do a trip and we did our own little extra vacation on the end of it. And I never got to go to Europe until that time. Like I've never been overseas. I never had a passport. So it was a great experience for me and to also see it from a coach's aspect, from a parent's aspect, and through my daughter's eyes. So it was pretty awesome.
Hey Mel, that's a good point though. You like passports are taking a really long time. So
Yes.
if you don't have one or you need to renew.
Yes. So passports cannot be expiring within 6 months of our return date. So you have to look at that. I have to have a copy of your passport by a certain time and submit it to the country, my representatives. So don't wait till the last minute because you might miss your flight. So.
Yeah, and I think I heard the question before, but just to confirm, so the kids can't participate if they're not on that accommodation package, right? We can't have like a separate hotel or something like that.
They cannot participate unless they're part of the package because that's their accreditation to get into the venue hall.
And then I think same question with like, because I'm thinking European families, of course. So the opposite is also true that the spectators cannot see the whole thing if they're not part of that package either.
Yes, yes, because you can buy a day pass into the hall, but you can't get into anything else.
Okay. And that if they decide to come but not stay in that hotel thing, then they would have to purchase their own pass somewhere else, not
Yes,
from Empire.
from the venue itself.
Okay.
Yeah,
And that would be the day pass, and you can give us the information on that.
yeah, yeah. I'd give you the lady to reach out to who would get those.
Do those ever sell out?
Yes, yeah. We had a parent who wanted to come and wasn't able to get the ticket. So that's if you were going to get them, you have to get them in far advance. All right, I'm excited.